Peace Collective. What is going on? Welcome to the channel. My name is Milan. I am an intuitive tarot reader. If you guys are new here, welcome. If you guys are returning, welcome back. It means the world to me each and every single time you guys join. Thank you guys times 1,000 for being here, for deciding to spend your time and your energy here with me in these readings. As you guys know, this is going to be another general collective reading. However, we are going to get into another deep dive today. As you can tell by the title, we're going to look into the energy between Chris Brown and Jay-Z. If you guys are interested in readings that look more into celebrity culture, entertainment industry, music, I've got an entire playlist already curated, okay? It's called the Deep Dive series. So if readings like this are more of your speed, definitely feel free to check out that playlist I have made on my channel. I do love readings. I also offer personal readings, okay? If you guys are interested in personal readings, I offer them. All the information is going to be in the description box down below, like always. Just as a quick disclaimer, this is not a personal reading, okay? Everything in this reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes only, okay? Alleged until proven otherwise. We do not know these people personally, so please take what I say with a grain of salt. If it resonates with you, if something here makes sense, definitely feel free to leave a like on the video. It's absolutely free. Leave a comment. Let me know what you know. All I ask is you guys keep it respectful in the comments, okay? If you feel like you have something to add or something constructive to put into the reading, definitely feel free. I am more than open to constructive criticism, okay? I love interacting with you guys. All I ask is that you keep it respectful, okay? Just keep it cute in the comments if we can help it, all right? But yeah, make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe. We'd love to have you guys here, part of the family, okay? We're growing slowly but surely, but we're going to just jump right into this, okay? I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar with who Chris Brown and Jay-Z are, right? Chris Brown is an R&B singer. He's been around for a long time. Jay-Z is a rapper. The connection between these two, Chris Brown used to date Rihanna, okay, back in the day. If you guys are familiar, there was a whole thing with Rihanna and Chris Brown. They got into a physical altercation. Chris Brown had a whole court fiasco regarding that and everything. So that has been since, kind of buried under the ground. Amends have been made between Chris Brown and Rihanna. But Rihanna was signed to Roc Nation at the time. So that's where these two kind of have a connection, okay? Solely based off of Rihanna, okay? If you guys know any other connection between these two, definitely feel free to let me know. But when it comes down to like making music or label management, they are not connected in any way, shape, or form. But I don't know, it was just kind of sitting on me. I was like, you know what? I'm doing the deep dives on Diddy and Jay-Z. I might as well throw Chris Brown in there, okay? But I'm going to just use a couple of oracle cards first. Then we'll dive into the tarot a little bit later to clarify. Okay, if somebody wants to timestamp this reading, you can timestamp it for 320. I have a King of Pentacles here. This is going to represent Chris Brown, being that he is a Taurus. And then I have a King of Wands. This is going to represent Jay-Z, being that he is a Sagittarius. So we'll start with Chris Brown's portion first. This is going to be his perspective, his POV, how he feels when it comes to Jay-Z. And then we'll do the same vice versa when we get to Jay-Z's portion. Okay, so we'll start with some oracle cards, then we'll dive into tarot a little bit later, guys, all right? Let's see. Spirit, please give us some clear and concise messages regarding Chris Brown's perspective of Jay-Z, please. How does Chris Brown feel in regards to Jay-Z? Thank you. Ooh, okay. I'm seeing twin flames. Interesting. I'm hearing that song by Chris Brown and Usher, New Flame. You can start a new flame. I don't even know the lyrics to that song, but I'm hearing it. You gonna be my baby, love you crazy. If you know that song, okay. But this card, Twin Flames, it says yin and yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. And then I have another card that fell out. Okay, it says healthy choices, making healthy choices in love and in life, self-care, self-love, and being happier. I'm not really understanding why this is here. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna get one more just in case something here kind of needs to be expanded, but maybe he had some type of affinity for Jay-Z's business dealings or how he became who he is today. Okay, of course, a lot of people that may have come up underneath Jay-Z would view him as kind of just the end-all be-all, right? The holier-than-thou Messiah type of person, black excellence, you know, the black billionaire. There's not a whole lot of black billionaires, especially in the realm of music and entertainment. So with this healthy choices card, maybe there was this perception that Chris Brown had back in the day of Jay-Z being somebody, again, who has a very strong business acumen, maybe who makes good decisions when it comes to the business side of things, okay? But with this twin flame card, I'm specifically like picking up the word duality. Okay, duality is like the balance of things, like the good and evil, right? Up and down, hot and cold, black and white. So it's giving me like polar opposites or something. They always say opposites attract, but at the same time, this is giving me like someone who's just a complete opposite of you. Let me see, why is this here? What is this? Okay, love call. Wow, okay, it says someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. Oh, wow, okay, then I have a sword and the rose. This card says clarity, truth, revelation, force, honor, protection, and power. So maybe this is kind of giving me maybe the way obviously they've spoken before, right? They've had some type of interaction with this love call card coming up. So if Chris Brown is viewing Jay-Z as someone in this energy, that gives me that the energy that Jay-Z is the one who reached out to Chris Brown initially. Exactly for what? Obviously, you know, it'll come out a little bit later in the reading, but this could, again, just kind of be in connection between Chris Brown and him dating his artist, right? Rihanna back in the day. But maybe this is kind of giving me like, maybe Chris Brown feels like the way he would handle business or handle things is not the way that Jay-Z handles things. Okay, and when this love call, sword in the rose, it's kind of giving me Jay-Z could have called him with some choice words, if you will. Okay, this card says clarity, truth, revelation, force, honor, protection, and power. So he could have, you know, given a call to Chris Brown, maybe just to make him aware that, you know, hey man, this is how things are going, or this is how I do things, just so you know, and FYI, you know, you're dealing with my artist. Just a heads up, okay? This is how we're gonna do things, and this is what you can expect, or this is how things are going to be because I said so. And it's kind of getting with this twin flame card, again, like duality, opposites. Maybe he just feels as though the way Jay-Z handles things is not the same way Chris Brown will handle things, right? I'm gonna hop over to Jay-Z real quick, and I'll expand, and I'll go back to Chris Brown in a second because I feel like I'm kind of getting a blockage. I'm not even gonna lie. This is not really clear to me right this minute, but let's hop over to Jay-Z real quick with the same deck, and then we'll switch decks and go back to Chris Brown, okay? And again, guys, when I'm pulling cards, this is going to be Jay-Z's perspective or his POV or how he views Chris Brown, okay? Can I get some clear and concise messages, Spirit, please, regarding Jay-Z's perspective of Chris Brown? Thank you. Jay-Z's perspective of Chris Brown, please. Wedding rings just flipped over. Oh wow, okay, so this is the second card I'm seeing here that says union. Okay, maybe that's what that healthy choices card and twin flames was about, like a union, coupling, and this love call. Maybe at one point Jay-Z tried to get Chris Brown to sign to him. I'm not really familiar with Jay-Z signing R&B acts or singers necessarily. Of course, you know, he had Rihanna, right? Pop music more so. He had Tiara Marie over there. If I'm not mistaken, I think Kalani is over there with Rock Nation now, but I'm not 100% familiar with Jay-Z having a whole bunch of singers and R&B artists like a Chris Brown over on his roster. So maybe with that love call energy and this wedding rings coming out, okay, wanting to have a contract or some type of relationship with this person. Okay, it says union, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise, wedding, and married. And of course, we know these two are not married or in a relationships, but when you think of a marriage, it's kind of like a contract, okay? Merging two or more entities. So I'm definitely getting here. Now it's kind of starting to make more sense. Jay-Z may have wanted to get Chris Brown on his side or on his team, okay, his management or his label very early on. Okay. Let's see. Why is this here? Maybe he saw Chris Brown as somebody that he could make good money with. Obviously, you know, Chris Brown's been in the game for a very long time. Another person who has a very solid fan base, like a Nicki Minaj or an Eminem or Kanye West, Beyonce, Adele. Chris Brown is one of those people. Okay. Let's see. Why is this here? Ooh, the Grim Reaper. Wow. Okay. The relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform your life. Okay. So Grim Reaper right here. Then I have the seduction card. So this is, damn, I hate to say that, but who is the person? And I have, look at this, separation, seduction, sadness, missing you, thinking about you. So it's kind of giving me like the person that, again, who is connected between these two, the common denominator would be Rihanna, right? He was dating her for an extended period of time. And I was literally just saying, like, Chris Brown could view Jay-Z as the person that will call the shots and be like, listen, man, things are going to go this way or they're going to go that way because I said so. Yeah, so it's like Jay-Z could have put an end to that relationship between Chris Brown and Rihanna here. This card literally says third-party interference. On this seduction card, I get this card a lot. Okay, the relationship is over. And also, too, with this energy of contracts, agreements, marriages, quote unquote, if you will, with this wedding rings and the Grim Reaper, if he's viewing Chris Brown in that energy, that means Chris Brown is the one who may have tried to put a stop to it or didn't want to sign with Jay-Z, right? Kind of pump the brakes, you know? Like, nah, I'm good, bro. Like, I'm cool off that. I appreciate it. I respect you. You know, I admire you, but nah, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Why is this here? Let's see. Yep, coffin. Yep. I'm hearing R.I.P. 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 Who sings that? Jeezy? Young Jeezy? I don't know why I'm picking him up right now. R.I.P. We just killed the club. I don't know why I'm hearing that. But anyway, this card says endings, bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, and transition. Now, you guys know Chris Brown, you know, granted, he has his own personal gripes and issues that we've witnessed over the years from him. Okay, drug issues, right? Or at least alleged drug issues. Okay, he's got some kind of like anger issue as well, because he seems to be kind of like vocal about things that he does not like, right? Things that he's against. Maybe not so much politically wise, but just in general, it's like he's very quick to call something or somebody out that he does not fuck with or that he doesn't stand with. You know, Chris, again, handling things differently than the way a Jay-Z would. Okay, Chris Brown may be ready to kind of pop off on you, whereas Jay-Z will handle it in a very behind the scenes, you know, slowly but surely, with patience type of approach, you know, and he'll whack you in a way that you wouldn't expect. Chris Brown, he's going to just call you out on your shit right there in your face, or in this, you know, maybe social media, because we've literally seen him do it before, right? But I said that to say Chris Brown, I don't want to call it a hate train, but that's kind of what it was. There was a period of time where Chris Brown wasn't necessarily received as well, or they would, how I like to call it, Cat Williams him in the public, or Michael Jackson him, DMX him in the public, okay? Make him look crazy, like this, that, and the third, make him look like the worst guy ever, right? So this is giving me two energies of an ending. The Grim Reaper and the coffin, like, he could have literally tried to put an end to Chris Brown. Okay, like media and industry wise, or maybe even like physically here with the Grim Reaper and the coffin. Grim Reaper is like, you know, the spirit that comes to collect souls. So it's giving kind of like, I don't, again, allegedly, I don't want to just go out there and say that, but again, if you guys watched my Rihanna and Jay-Z reading, there was definitely a lot more to that relationship than just, you know, under my umbrella, Ella, okay? And maybe someone like a Chris Brown getting in the way of his artist or his side piece, Rihanna, whatever you want to call it. It was like, no, that's not happening. Jay-Z gives me very possessive vibes, like very possessive over what's his, you know? I digress. I'm going to hop back over to Chris Brown. Okay, we're going to use the Panther Oracle real quick and see where he stands with his perspective of Jay-Z, just from a different deck really quick. Let's see, Chris Brown. What is his perspective of Jay-Z, please? Thank you. This is Jay-Z. Oops. Okay, I got too many cards. The first card I'm seeing, it says loneliness. Okay, it looks like there's somebody in a hospital bed just staring out of a window. There's some kind of like IV hooked up next to her. Okay, it says dullness, disappointment, and isolation. The number 31 is on this card. How old is Chris Brown, guys? Like 34, 35? Something like that. But there's a girl just staring out the window. If he's viewing Jay-Z in this perspective, maybe he views Jay-Z as someone who's like very like short, sweet, and to the point. Okay, with this card here, it says dullness. Imagine somebody who's in a very dull personality, not lively, not very warm and welcoming. Okay, and it's giving me like, yeah, he tried to create or isolate Chris Brown, make him seem like he was, you know, enemy number one or whatever. You get what I'm saying, guys? Hold on a second. Let me see. Why is this here? Readiness. Okay, the number 44. It says preparation, prompt, and arrangement. Yeah, and I'm seeing like this guy's in a suit. You've got a bunch of like office, like looks like skyscrapers and office buildings, possibly, or apartment buildings behind him. Number 44. Yeah, it's giving me like if Jay-Z wanted to sign, or I guess you can say go after Chris Brown and kind of like, again, take him under his wing. Jay-Z was like ready and prepared, ready to go. Like, let's do this, let's do that, let's sign the paperwork. You know what I mean? But because, again, Chris Brown maybe denied him or told him no. Okay, this is a very reoccurring energy about Jay-Z. He does not take no or rejection very well. It kind of, in turn, created this isolation, at least publicly, right, for Chris Brown. Okay. He can, and at the same time, with how he's viewing Jay-Z, I feel like maybe Chris Brown also knows, along with a lot of other people in the industry, that Jay-Z could be, you know, facing some type of isolation here soon, or he's going to be forced into isolation. A lot of people in the industry know that there are people in the upper echelon, the higher circles, that do not fuck with Jay-Z anymore like that, the way they used to. Okay, why is this here? Trap. Yep. He literally tried to trap him. I'm telling you, because there's something, again, these people, before they meet Jay-Z, before they get to really know him, get to know the ins and outs of the industry, they are coming into this. I feel like a lot of them, not just Chris Brown, but they really feel like, again, the Diddy's, the Jay-Z's, right? Whoever it may be, the L.A. Reids, the Clive Davises, whoever they are, right? The bigger fish. They are looking at these people like some type of gods, right? Oh my gosh, you are the epitome of hip hop and rap. You know, you are somebody that I aspire to be like, or I look up to. But when they really get into the nitty gritty of things and really understand better how the shit works, they start to realize, like, yeah, these people try to trap you in shitty contracts. You know, I really hope that makes sense, guys. Okay. So it's almost like being starstruck. And then when you finally meet that person you're so starstruck by and you get to know them, you're like completely turned off now. Okay. This card says victim, allure, and trick. So he could have viewed Jay-Z as someone who tried to lure him in and trap him. Okay. Evidence and mask. Okay, he could feel like Jay-Z maybe tried to like keep tabs on him and was very fake. Evidence here with this mask card, deception, pretending, inconstancy. Yeah, so it's almost as if like Chris Brown kind of smelled the coffee for what it was before he allowed himself to get too close to somebody like a Jay-Z. Okay, but even then, so getting close to his artist, Rihanna, and dating her, I don't think that sat well with Jay-Z either. Okay. I'm going to hop up to Jay-Z real quick and get the same, use the same deck and get a little bit on his portion. Let's see. How does Jay-Z view or feel in regards to Chris Brown? Thank you. How does Jay-Z view or feel in regards to Chris Brown? Live and learn. Illness. Okay, yeah. So it's like he wanted to teach him, wanted to school him. Okay, live and learn. He saw him as a student or somebody he wanted to take under his wing. It says experience, training, and development. The number 27. He can view Chris Brown as someone who's very smart. Or at least when he was, you know, again, this whole Rihanna, Chris Brown thing was years ago when he was younger. I don't know exactly how old he was. Maybe, again, I think he's maybe 35 now. So, shit, maybe 20 when he was dating Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? So, he was young. But I feel like this is Jay-Z acknowledging, like, yeah, you know, he's a smart guy. I'm hearing astute. He's very astute with the way he does things, maybe his investments and stuff like that. So I think there's something here outside of the talent that kind of like attracted Jay to Chris Brown, if that makes sense, guys. You know, again, it wasn't just the music and the talent, the dancing. It was like his structure, or maybe again his intelligence, the way that he moves, his investments and things like that. Because I remember watching an interview with Chris Brown and he was saying how he invested into like Burger Kings at a very, very young age when he first got money and things like that. So he didn't just blow and waste a lot of his money. And I think Jay-Z, you know, kind of acknowledging that and likes that. But what I will say though about Jay-Z, it's like he knows 10 times more about you before he even meets you. And you wouldn't even expect him to know certain things. So say, for example, you're in a room with him having a conversation. He'll say something about you and you'll be like, wait, what? How did you know that? You know, like, I didn't tell you that. Or who told you that? You know, it's because he's got people in all sectors all around the damn world. Okay? So if he's interested in you, it's because he saw something in you or learned something about you way before you ever got into a room or on the phone with him. Okay? I have illness here as well. That's funny. The number 35 is on top. Okay? It says disease, weakness, and fragility. Ooh. Why would he be viewing him as someone with an illness? I'm hearing mental illness. That's what I'm saying. It's like the way they twist and turn in the media games and try to like publicly shame or like publicly assassinate somebody here is what I'm getting. It's like tried to make him look like he's on drugs, like he's mentally ill, like he's not stable. Okay, and it's not, again, allegedly, and it's not to say that maybe Chris Brown didn't have certain issues that he could be trying to overcome. But it's like, don't exploit that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not your business, Jay-Z, to tell or chop and screw to the public to make us not want to fuck with Chris Brown anymore. And granted, you see all these years later, it didn't really work, right? But, I don't like what I'm hearing right now, but I'm hearing like Prodigy, Mobb Deep. Okay, again, DMX energy I was picking up. It's like somebody being poisoned. Okay, because again, allegedly, guys, I hate that I'm even picking this up, but I really do feel like Jay-Z could have really tried to end Chris Brown in more than just a public way. Okay. Was there like any was there ever any kind of like story out there about Chris Brown being hospitalized or having a close call or something? I don't know, but maybe it was just a thought or something that Jay-Z again maybe attempted or wanted to do, but it just didn't happen. I don't know, but it's giving me like he wanted to do more than just ruin his public image, you know? Can we get one more, please? Calm. Okay, number 14. Looks like a girl meditating on this card. It says inner peace, simplicity, and meditation. Huh. That's so funny because yeah, that's a Taurus thing, man. A Taurus is like, yeah, they'll be very cool, calm, and collected. It takes a lot to get them upset. It may take a lot to get them flustered or out of character. So that's just like, he could view Chris Brown as someone who's very cool, calm, and collected. You don't see that other side of him. But Chris Brown has made it very well known that yes, he will pop the fuck off. Like he does not play that shit, He's not pussy is what I'm hearing. So maybe like there's something here where Jay-Z could have tried to like sun Chris Brown or thought he was quote unquote pussy, you know what I mean? I don't know. So it's like, you can poke the beast if you want to, but this calm, cool, collected energy is not always like that, Very interesting. I mean, what was that song he put out? He had a back and forth with Quavo. Weakest link? Yeah, like you are the weakest link. What do you say? My mental state ain't never stable. Like that's so funny. Chris Brown. Oh gosh. Yeah. That's the fucking funny part. That's even scarier. Like somebody who's crazy and they know they're crazy and they're okay with it. You gotta watch out for people like that. You gotta watch out for people like that, man. Oh my goodness. But let's move forward. I want to hop into another deck really quick, you guys. What's the tea? I'm gonna hop back over to Chris Brown. If this isn't making any sense to you guys, or you like this style of reading, definitely leave a like on the video, okay? Let's see. What is Chris Brown's perspective when it comes to Jay-Z? Thank you. How does it feel when it comes to Jay-Z? Let's see. Haunted. Oh, Lord. Okay. Memories, flashbacks, trauma, side effects. So I'm getting something here. Maybe Chris Brown almost feels like, it does say haunted. So it's like someone who maybe has left you with not so great memories or not so great things to remember about them. So again, it's not giving me like he's scary or, he's not pussy, he's not scary, but it's like, I don't really have too many fond memories of interacting with you. So it's like anytime I do think about you or you are brought up, Jay-Z, it's not a pleasant memory or it's not something really too positive, Moving, as in like relocating, there's a guy moving boxes on this card. Damn, I feel like every time I do a reading about Jay-Z, there's always an energy of like moving or traveling, going across the damn world to get out of Dodge. Let's see, why is this here? Too busy winning is here. Why is this here? Too busy winning. So it's like even through all the bullshit, Chris Brown is acknowledging like, yeah, man, you put me through all this, you put me through the bullshit, or you did this, you did that, or I learned this, that, and the third about you behind the scenes, but it's like you're still winning anyway, you're still on top. I'm hearing him say like, how do you do it? Or like, how do you do that? Or why do people mess with you? Like I'm hearing it in his voice. It's like, I don't get it, man. I don't get it, man, is what I'm hearing from him. Like he doesn't get how people don't see past something here. Why is this here? Obsessive lover. Ooh, what did I say? I'm telling you, Jay-Z is very possessive. Like he does not take no for an answer very well either. Okay, dangerous, toxic, unhealthy, possessiveness, and a karmic. That's what I'm saying. I really feel like his connection with Rihanna drove Jay-Z even more like just no, not having it. You know what I mean? What is that song? by Rihanna. Make me feel like the only girl in the world with like the red hair. That's what I'm seeing right now. Rihanna with like really bright red hair. I want you to make me feel like I'm the only girl in the world. Yeah, so it's like, damn, okay. So it's like Jay-Z would never just have one only woman in the world, right? He's a man of multiple lovers. But he wants to be the only man in the world. Like, he wants to be the only one. I can have multiple, but I can only be your one. Or if you want people taking care of you, it's going to be me, not that guy. You know? So there could have been things that, again, Chris Brown found out or heard about or maybe even witnessed in person that showed Jay-Z in this energy of possessiveness, okay? Or a little obsessive even. That's what I'm saying. Like Jay-Z be knowing things about people before he even talks to them, before he meets them, because he has tabs everywhere. Look, photo proof at the bottom of this unfazed card. Okay, getting evidence, photo proof. Damn, and you have thief here. So it's like, you stole my girl. Like, I'm gonna act unbothered or act unfazed, but I'm seeing you and her out. They could have tried to keep it very low key at first before it was very public that they started dating, but it's like Jay already knew. And then you have thief card. It's like, you stole my girl, or you stole the person that I was fucking with. You know, again, it's not Beyonce, but romantic love affair. I'm telling you, sex fix, secret lover. Okay. So if they did, you guys may know better than I do, but if Chris Brown and Rihanna were trying to be low key about their relationship at first, it's not because they were trying to be low key about it to the public or paparazzi. It's because they were trying to be low key about it from him. Wow. Okay. Why is this here? What is his perspective of Chris Brown, please? What is his feelings towards Chris Brown? How does he view Chris Brown? Thank you. Cock blocking? Damn, you can't make this shit up. Cock blocking? Are you serious? That's pretty self-explanatory. Like someone who may get in the way. You have hooked here. That gives me someone who may be stuck or trapped or, you know, kind of like bound and tied in the situation, being hooked. I get like hook and reel, like you're fishing for something. Yeah, then I have this eagle on this card. Looks like a I'm hearing birds of prey. So, you know, you've got Jay-Z, the eagle here, you know, like the predator. And then it's like hooking its prey into its talons, if you will, okay? Like talons are like bird claws, essentially. So it's like he tried to like, it's like, you know what, if you're going to be messing with my girl, dating my girl, or the girl I'm messing with, okay, in this case, Brianna, allegedly, I might as well try to get you over here and hook you in and make money off of you too. But it didn't happen that way. So with Jay, it's like, you know what, you're not going to mess with the girl I'm messing with, and you're not going to make me money. Nope, not having it. You're done for. You know, you are the weakest link. Is what I'm hearing. You guys don't know that's a game show from like back in the early 2000s. And that's what the lady used to say, the moderator on the show, you are the weakest link. Okay. Yeah, he's viewing Chris Brown as like a cock blocker, someone who got in the way. Okay, let's see. Why is this here? Or again, someone who just wasn't making him any money. So it's like, you're disposable to me. Why is this here? Grudge holder? Okay, so the woman here just kind of looks like she's upset or kind of bored with a bunch of candles. And there goes that candle magic again with Jay-Z. Maybe he feels, okay, Jay-Z could feel like Chris Brown is still holding on to those memories or those experiences from the past, or what he did to him, or maybe how he treated him back in the day. Again, with that haunted card coming out on Chris Brown's side. So it's like, yeah, anytime I do think about you or you're brought up or someone asks about you, Jay, I don't have good fond memories of you. And this is Jay-Z kind of like confirming that. Like, yeah, he's still holding on to shit. He's still holding on to things from the past. And as a fellow fixed sign, okay, Taurus is another fixed sign. I'm an Aquarius. I'm a fixed sign as well. I can attest to that. We kind of do hold on to things. Yeah, like If once it's fuck you forever. You know, we may have a very hard time letting go of things, but at the same time, it takes a lot to get us to that point. So it's like Jay-Z had to do a lot to get Chris Brown out of character or to feel this way about him, like where it's F you for good, you know? Let me get one more, please. Wants you back. And ego. Her ego getting in the way of the relationship. So it's like Jay-Z could feel like Chris Brown, you know, like Chris, listen, like we could have had deals together. We could have did this. We could have did that. You need to let the ego and pride out of the way. But it's more of like a matter of like respect and principles to Chris Brown is what I'm picking up. Okay, we have wants you back here. Especially now, okay? There's a lot of people, again, music is not selling like that the way it used to back in the day. There's maybe a handful of people that can really sell out a crowd, okay? And Chris Brown was just on a tour, sold out shows every damn day. So I do feel like there's something about Jay-Z where it's like he's willing to look past certain things that happened in the past if it means that we can make tons of money together. He can give a fuck about what happened 15, 20 years ago. But again, with Chris, it's like once it's fuck you for good, you know? Okay, I'm gonna move on. Let's see. I'm sorry if I pause for a second, guys, because I'm literally trying to like decipher what it is that I'm picking up. But I'm gonna use one tarot deck for Chris Brown's portion. Then I'll switch decks a little later when we get to Jay-Z, just in case some of the same cards need to come out. Is this making any sense to you guys? Definitely leave a like on the video. It's absolutely free. Leave a comment. Let me know what you know. Okay, subscribe. This is making any sense to you guys. Because when I'm channeling, like sometimes the messages don't always make sense until I listen to the video later on. So I just be saying whatever spirit needs me to say. Okay. So if it's not making sense, I apologize. But let's see. Spirit, please give us some clear and concise messages. How does Chris Brown view or feel in regards to Jay-Z, please? Ooh, the death card. That's another energy of like death I'm seeing, or endings, significant endings. Okay, the coffin card, Grim Reaper, the death card being the first card out. Scorpio energy. Why is this here? Queen of Swords and then the Fool. Okay, I'm gonna acknowledge this. Queen of Swords came out in the reverse. Okay, we know when it's upright, it's someone who's very straightforward to the point, very blunt, very honest, very truthful communicator for the most part. But when it's in the reverse, it's like someone who's maybe not true to their word, not very integral. They may kind of talk in circles, you know, rambling on and on about bullshit, you know, unnecessary gossip. Again, someone who's just very not truthful or not very integral. So again, I feel like there was a transformation or a change in the way that Chris Brown viewed Jay-Z. So it went from being very admirable, really, you know, expressing some type of like care and emotion for him, or again just some type of affinity, like I really love how you do business, or you've been doing this for so long, you're the epitome of this, again black boule, black excellence bullshit, just to come to find out it's like you're not who I thought you were. Okay, I'm gonna flip it upright just for the sake of the reading, and then I have the Fool here as well, because I can talk about new beginnings, taking a risk, taking a leap of faith. Okay, someone who may be a little naive as well. Why is this here? The Hangman, the bottom, and the Devil. Yeah, it's like he can be viewing Jay-Z as someone who doesn't mind or doesn't care about being disloyal or being non-integral, being dishonest, if it means it's going to work out in his favor. Okay, you have the Devil card here and the Hanged Man. So it's like he's viewing Jay-Z as someone who's, first of all, very toxic. Again, a manipulator, a liar. Then the Hanged Man here, that can talk about changing your perspective or changing your mind about things, or having to let something or somebody go. Okay, sacrifices, if you will. Oh man, I don't know why. Ooh, I don't like that I just said that. Making a sacrifice? With the devil card here, that's also my industry card. Maybe Chris Brown feels like, again, that's why I said, I think Jay-Z allegedly could have really tried to take Chris Brown out more than just his public image. Okay, so I think Chris Brown is kind of acknowledging, like, yeah, he tried to like sacrifice me or off me or something with this devil energy here. And the hangman can be like someone who's stuck in a situation or who may need to let something go. How is this here? Is this the Hierophant? Yeah, it's like he's viewing Jay-Z as someone who wanted to get him in a contract and some type of long-term commitment, and he didn't want to do it. He wasn't having it. Why is this here? Nine of Swords just fell out. I want to keep all of these. Eight of Wands and the Four of Cups. Yeah, it's like rejecting incoming communication, not wanting to talk or not wanting to answer the phone. Okay. I have 3 major arcanas here for him as well. That's kind of a lot. Eight of Wands is like incoming communication or a lot of calls, a lot of text going back and forth. That's traveling energy as well. Yeah, he could be viewing again. Every time I see this, every time I do readings with Jay-Z in him, there's always a message here that alludes to an ending to a marriage, the ending to a relationship. Okay, the Hierophant can talk about marriages, again, long-term commitments, death card, endings, transformations. So this is Chris Brown acknowledging that as well. There's a lot of talk going on behind the scenes about Jay and you know, him having an ending to his marriage or his relationship here, or just things changing, things not being the same. Okay. Four of Cups, it's someone who may be a little bored, apathy, not satisfied in a particular situation here. That's what I'm saying. It's like Jay-Z could have this very cold, very short, sweet, and to the point type of demeanor here. It's very business. I'm not here for a good time. I'm not here to like be buddy with you. And it's like, listen, if you're not going to do what I want or do what I need from you, then I'm not fucking with you with this Four of Cups. It's like, you're disposable, literally, is what I'm getting here. Okay, Queen of Swords can be very mean, very cold, very emotionally detached, if you will. So there's definitely no like warmth here or welcoming energy, if you will, between the two. Okay, Eight of Wands can talk about good news as well. I can't help but feel like maybe Jay-Z wanted like an apology from Chris Brown. But Chris Brown wasn't gonna do it. Okay, same thing about Drake. It's like Drake is not gonna just bend over and apologize just because you're Jay-Z, I'm gonna get a couple more on this, please. And it's like this Eight of Wands and the Fool. Maybe Chris Brown feels as though Jay-Z took a risk here. Again, I see him traveling. Okay, like going across seas or across borders or something like that because he has to, jumping off the cliff, if you will, with this Fool energy. It's like you're gonna have to start a new beginning because this old life, the life that you're used to, it's not gonna be the same. Okay, well, how is he doing, Jay-Z? And it's like, someone who puts up a good talk, who puts up a good game, with this Eight of Wands. Then you have this Four of Wands in the reverse. Four of Wands is marriages, okay? Reconciliation, reunions, if not, getting back together with somebody, or maybe like a family reunion, a graduation, a party, okay, a home environment, a house. But in the reverse, it's like lack of stability. Again, like endings to a marriage or a relationship here, literally. So Chris Brown, he knows something here that the public does not know. A lot of these people in the industry know things that we in the public don't know. Okay. So there's like some type of change or transformation going on in the household. Queen of Swords is also the divorcee of the queens, guys. If you didn't know that, out of all the queens, the Queen of Swords is the widow. Okay, either the widow or the divorcee. So that's interesting that this is here. What is here? And it's giving like maybe Jay-Z could have promised or offered some type of quote unquote stability to Chris Brown, but he saw through the bullshit. He read between the lines, and it wasn't really that, okay? Let's see. Why is this here? Okay, wow. Nine of Swords. This is the third time I'm seeing this card, and it's finally coming out again. Okay, Nine of Swords. Someone who's stressed out, anxiety, maybe restless, sleepless nights, having a lot on their mind, feeling stressed out. Okay, there's a moon in the background. Oh, that's so funny. I was just mentioning Drake, and there's like an owl on this card just looking at the girl in the bed. That is so funny. Wow, okay. I think Drake and Chris Brown like mended their differences. They had a song together and everything a few years ago. I don't know what their problem with each other was. Shit, it could have been Rihanna, right? But they kind of like mended their differences. But there's something here about Jay-Z. Again, it's like I feel it was more than just, you know, oh, we want the same girl. Like, no. Jay, again, I feel like really tried to take him out of here. Like, with this death card showing up as the first card, it's like he wanted him out of here. Yeah, and it's like being very stressed out about the home life, the foundation, the marriage, the relationship, okay? Just stressed out about their stability and foundation in general here is what I'm getting. You could also be viewing Jay-Z as someone who's stressed out about people talking behind the scenes. Okay, Eight of Wands, a lot of communication back and forth, you know? Wow, okay. Let me get one more, please. Why is this here? I just saw the Queen of Cups, okay? Look at this. Queen of Cups. Who's the Queen of Cups, right? The Pisces. Rihanna in this case. If not, someone who's very intuitive, okay? Chris Brown could be very intuitive here. He probably doesn't even realize it, you know? Why is this here? Nine of Wands. This is like the wounded warrior or someone who has a lot of perseverance. They won't give up. Damn, that's why it's like, you know, and I think that's why there's still like this very strange like tinge still in the media and social media, right? The internet about Chris Brown being this menace or somebody that the public shouldn't like or should just always, you know, have this bad perception of, you know? And it's like Nine of Wands, it's giving me Chris Brown is acknowledging that Jay-Z would not let it go or he would not let up. Like he was trying to really make sure that this guy was buried, you know? Whether that be again physically, literally, allegedly, or publicly, public image wise, industry wise. Okay, Nine of Wands is like someone who gets knocked down 9 times, they get up 10. They never stop. They don't give up. They keep fighting. So it's giving me, you know, like, damn, like, why won't you die or whatever? Or like, why won't you give up? Or why won't you stop dating her? I keep doing this and that to you. Why won't you give it up? You know? So it's giving me Chris Brown is acknowledging like, yeah, he was trying and trying and trying. Or made a very, very concerted, strong effort to knock Chris Brown off of his high horse, if you will. Okay, Nine of Wands is also someone maybe a little nervous, a little guarded, okay, about approaching certain things. So again, just that overall energy of like anxiety, pressure, feeling like the walls are closing in. You know what I'm saying? Six of Wands. I'm sorry, Six of Swords. Another traveling card, moving away from things, okay? Wow. If I need this deck again, if we hop back over to Chris Brown, I'll go back to it. But I'm going to switch decks just in case the same cards need to pop out. Again, if you guys, you know, like this style of reading or something here is making sense, definitely leave a like on the video. Let me know what you know. Okay, I love interacting with you guys. Let's see. What's Jay-Z's perspective when it comes to Chris Brown, please? What is Jay-Z's perspective when it comes to Chris Brown? How does he feel in regards to Chris Brown? Three of Wands. And the Queen of Swords. Okay. Queen of Swords showing up again. Yeah, and I have the Judgment card, Six of Cups. It's like maybe he tried to reconcile with Chris Brown, or with this Wants You Back. That gives me, again, someone who maybe tried to like make things better or kind of patch things up because of something that happened in the past here. Yeah, Six of Wands. He may have tried to like give him praise or put him back on this high horse. But I feel like it came with stipulations. It's like Jay-Z could have wanted an apology, but Chris Brown was not gonna do that, you know? Judgment being here, again, like reconciling or having, maybe showing forgiveness or wanting forgiveness from somebody, feeling judged by someone. Okay, that's like following your purpose as well. But again, I just feel like Chris Brown, it's like, once I'm done with you, I'm done with you. Okay. And it's funny because I got the Queen of Swords in the reverse for him as well. Okay. And again, this is going to be Jay-Z's perspective of Chris Brown. So they both got the Queen of Swords in the reverse. I'm going to flip it upright just for the sake of the reading. So it's like same energy, right? But it's almost just giving me maybe Chris Brown put it out there that he would want to work with Jay-Z or sign with him. And then when the time finally came, it was like no, or he told Jay-Z no, and Jay didn't like that. Well, hey man, you told me this, you told me that. I thought I thought you liked it over here. Just for it to turn around and be like, well, no thanks, I'm cool off that, man. That's disloyalty to Jay-Z, or that's you not being honest with him, essentially, okay? Three of Wands here, that's like looking toward the future, opportunities, okay, or waiting for your ships to come in. Queen of Wands is here. So it's like someone who's a karmic, or someone who's, very talented as well, very beautiful, very handsome. So he's got two queens here showing up. Three of Wands. I just can't help but feel like he blocked opportunities for Chris Brown. Like, I cannot help but feel that, okay? You got this Queen of Swords. She's got the giant sword ready to cut somebody's head off. It's like you cannot get access or you cannot pass unless you do this, that, and the third, right? So it's like literally blocking someone's opportunities until they do what you ask of them or until they come correct. I really hope that makes sense, you guys. Three of Wands is like an energy of patience, as well as like overseas traveling, doing business overseas, okay? Enterprise across state lines or across different countries. I feel like even now to this day, like Jay-Z still has a gripe. Again, wanted to like reconcile with him just because of the money or the business aspect, but it's like even to this day, I think Jay-Z still watches or is trying to see what the entity of Chris Brown is doing or what he's up to, just for the simple fact that they have issues stemming from the past. Okay, the only reason why Jay-Z would want to reconcile or get anything from Chris Brown is because, one, he wants an apology and that'll stroke his ego, and two, the apology or working things out could lead to them working together, or in his brain he wants to work together, and that's just more money in Jay-Z's pocket. So it's not coming from a genuine place at all, or it wouldn't be if it were to happen. Okay, let's see, why is this here? Seven of Cups. That's what I'm saying. Seven of Cups, well, first of all, is like being kind of inebriated, maybe confusion, illusion, right? Not having clarity on something, maybe even having a lot of options. That's what I'm saying. Chris Brown had a lot going for him. Granted, he's still one of the top people out right now, but we got to think about back in the day. This is like 15 years ago, 12 years ago, if not more than that, right? Chris Brown had a really hard time kind of getting out of that media grave, or what we're supposed to view him as, right? So I'm seeing a lot of like disillusion, confusion being made in the public with this Seven of Cups. And I do think that there are certain vices here that Chris Brown has, okay, whether that be drinking or certain drugs, okay, just being intoxicated or inebriated. And I really feel like Jay-Z tried to exploit that, or again, turn it against him or turn the public against him because of those vices. With the Seven of Cups. And it's giving, like, again, someone who had like the world at his feet or like the world in his hands. Again, having a lot of options, a lot of different things to choose from. And it's just giving me like it was completely stopped or pumped. Like the brakes were pumped for these other opportunities. Again, like maybe business deals, entrepreneurship, okay, enterprise. And it's like they were just completely stumped. Okay, so there is something here with Jay-Z acknowledging that, yeah, Chris Brown has or had, okay, certain substance issues here. But it's giving me, again, like Jay-Z was only interested in that to exploit it and use it against him. Okay, it's very nasty work. Why is this energy here, please? Thank you. Ace of Swords. Yeah, Ace of Swords showing up. That's just giving me, like, that's probably some validity to that. Okay. Queen of Swords and the Ace of Swords. So he could view Chris Brown as someone who's like, again, I feel like there's a part of Jay-Z that really respects that about Chris Brown. Again, his maybe his eagerness to learn certain things, or the fact that he was so smart with how to maneuver and use his money in certain ways. Okay, so this is giving me someone who may have been very dazed and confused, again, inebriated, substance abuse problems, and someone who came out on top, who was a victor at the end of the day, a winner with this Ace of Swords, clear mind, clear thought. Okay, I'm also picking up here, I don't know why I'm hearing this, but I feel like maybe Jay-Z could have even tried to like get in Chris Brown's ear, or used other minions to get in Chris Brown's ear to like discourage him about being with Rihanna. Okay, so it's like Seven of Cups, Ace of Swords. It's like trying to, I'm hearing the word dilute the truth, or confuse somebody from knowing the truth or something. It's like causing lies and fables on purpose so that they don't make a certain decision here, or they don't do what you don't want them to do. So it's like you have to manipulate them, you know, and I really hope that makes sense. That's so mean, like, damn. Okay, yeah, it was like to try to block that connection. Two of Cups in the reverse, to try to block that relationship or that friendship from flourishing. Wow. This is like very nasty work here. Let me get one more, please. Just respective of Chris Brown. Again, I'm getting here someone who also feels like Chris Brown is very articulate, very smart, very intelligent. It's like someone who knows a lot and is very aware of a lot of things, but doesn't really say a lot. Okay, Chris Brown, again, he'll make it known that he doesn't fuck with certain things and is very vocal if he doesn't rock with something in particular. But other than that, it's like, you know, cool, calm, and collected type of Taurus. You know, it's like he won't bother you unless you bother him, essentially. Okay? Why is this here? Six of Wands at the bottom. Ace of Wands, yeah. Queen of Wands and the Ace of Wands? I don't want to say what I'm thinking right now. I really don't want to say that. But this is like very like sexual energy here with the Queen and the Ace of Wands. Maybe Jay-Z is viewing Chris Brown like his vice, or outside of like maybe being intoxicated or certain drugs and substances. Maybe he knows his vice is like women and sexual pleasures or something like that. I don't want to say that, but okay. I'm hearing something about making a pass at Chris Brown. I've never gotten that energy from Jay-Z at all. Like making a pass at other men. But it's kind of, I really don't want to like say that, but I'm hearing it, so I can't help but say it, guys. I'm sorry. You know, it's like, maybe he just thought he was a good looking guy, you know. And of course, Chris Brown was young when he came out with the dancing and the young voice that the girls just flocked over. So maybe that's what it is that I'm getting here. Okay, again, it's like wanting to exploit him in a way. The girls love you. They think you're very handsome. You can sing, you can dance, you're smart. You know, it's like maybe he tried to like exploit him with certain things. And again, I just feel like maybe Chris Brown saw through the bullshit with this Ace of Swords and was like, I'm not fucking with it, man. I don't want to do that. I want to do things my way, you know? Why is this here? Emperor. Wow, okay. Yeah. 3 of Cups. And then the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom. Okay, so it's giving me like, yeah, Jay-Z is acknowledging that Chris Brown didn't really need him for real. You know, Chris Brown is going to do his thing on his own, be his own boss, or he would like to, you know, have more control over his own shit. With this 3 of Pentacles, it's like, yeah, we can work together, or I'll work with other people, of course. You have to when you're in the industry, but you know, 9 times out of 10, it's giving me Chris Brown likes to do his own thing or wants to be his own boss. He doesn't like to be controlled by other people. And this is Jay-Z acknowledging that. So there was only so much Jay-Z could do, especially now, later in life. You know, Chris Brown's older now. He's got kids. There's only so much that Jay-Z can do at this point, you know? People are still have that tinge of negativity attached to Chris Brown regardless. It's always going to be like that, unfortunately, considering what he did to Rihanna, or I should say what they did to each other, right? So unfortunately, that's going to be something Chris Brown is never going to be able to kind of escape from and let go. But at the same time, it's like Jay-Z is acknowledging that, like, yeah, like this guy is in a league of his own. Like, there's only so much I can do to manipulate this because his fan base is extremely solid. Same thing like Nicki Minaj, right? And a Drake. There's only so much I can manipulate and do because his people are going to ride for him regardless. Like, no matter what. Okay? Emperor, someone who's very established. They don't need or want for anything. They've got their own shit. Make very good money. They're a boss, you know. 3 of Pentacles, again, it's giving me like someone who wanted to work with each other, or he wanted to work with Chris Brown, collaborate, get a contract going. It's like, listen, if you're gonna mess with my girl, the least you could do is make me some fucking money too, you know. But it's like, if you're not gonna do that and you're gonna mess with the girl I like, okay, Rihanna allegedly, then it's over for you, you know. Let me get one more, please. The Hangman is showing up again. Wow, and the Death card. You guys, you can't make this shit up. That's what I'm saying. It's like he really tried to put an end to him. Like, and people would have never known. They would have never guessed. I'm hearing him say it's like you guys would have never even seen it for what it was. Okay? Because the Hangman can talk about like changing your perspective or having like an epiphany and a wake-up call or seeing something for what it really is. But this is giving me with the 7 of Cups, like grandeur illusion. Death card. Okay, so it's like Jay, he knows the public wouldn't have put 2 and 2 together, like at all. He could have just ended him and it would have been over with at that, and that's it. Another artist gone, dead because of their substance abuse problems. And that's fucked up. That's not right. So it was almost like a build-up. I'm hearing like a build-up. Like I'm hearing drum roll. So it was like, you know, we're going to put this out. We're going to use this story. We're going to exploit his drug use. And then we're going to off him. And that's going to be the end of it. You don't have to worry about it ever again. But it just didn't work like that. You know, I guess, I don't know what Chris Brown believes in, if he believes in God or whatever. But he's got some serious protection around him to have avoided this or survived this. Or it just didn't happen the way Jay wanted it to happen, you know? Again, like, I guess, like a literal sacrifice, okay? The Hangman can talk about making a sacrifice, like literally, okay? Sacrificing something that's not serving you anymore, not good for you. Again, allowing you to let go and change your perspective. And with the Death card, yeah. But Jay-Z cannot, and it, look at this, Seven of Swords, it would have been in a very underhanded, sneaky, covert way that people wouldn't have even noticed. You wouldn't have even noticed. And it would have been completely manipulated with this Five of Swords. Mind games to a T, you know? But in the same breath, Jay-Z can't help but acknowledge that, yeah, you know, that's the one thing I can say about Jay-Z. He will acknowledge when somebody is doing the damn thing. You know, he may not let it go mentally, right? But he'll back the fuck off if he has no choice but to. Okay, so it's giving me like, yeah, you know, he's gonna do what he wants to do anyway. He's established. You know, you can't really, it's like an immovable force almost in the industry is what I'm getting here. So it's like, you know, we can try to manipulate the public's perception all we want, but it's not going to change the fact that people still rock with him and support him to this day. You know, simple as that. But very interesting reading. You know, I feel like it was very straightforward, very clear what their issue with each other was. You know, the common denominator here being Rihanna, and it really just seems to kind of stem from that, and Chris not wanting to work with him for real like that, you know, or not wanting to get tied or stuck to somebody like a Jay-Z because they smell the bullshit for what it is. You know, very interesting reading, but I didn't want to mean to keep you guys here for over an hour. I appreciate y'all so much for being here. Thank you for tapping in with me. Thank you for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes to the channel. It means the world to me more than you guys even understand. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.